Back now to our coverage of the Council of State meeting ongoing in the council chambers of the presidential villa. State House correspondent Femi Akonde joins me live from there. Femi, what are the top agenda items for today's Council of State meeting?
Hi, Femi. Well, we do not know what the agenda for the meeting is or what they will be, but we know that they'll be discussing the state of the nation, the prevailing economic situation, the rising inflation, the rising food prices. And it's important to note that, this Council of State meeting, its responsibility is just advisory. They have no executive power. They have no legislative power. All they do is to bring their wealth of experience, especially that of the former heads of state, in terms of governance. They bring it to bear in advising the president, advising the state's governors who are also here in attendance, who are members of the Council of State. We also know from what we have seen that some members of President Bola Tinubu's cabinet will brief the Council of State on the state of the nation, on the progress report in the sectors they superintend. They would tell them what indeed this administration has been able to achieve and the goals set out both in the short run and in the long run that would help the country pass through this very difficult economic time in the country's history. And you also know what has happened just recently with the nationwide protest. President Bola Tinubu will also we understand he will be talking about that. Listen to the council of these former heads of state, former chief justices of the federation, and other members of this council, and together, they would also try to chart the nation on the way forward.
Let's talk about the former leaders who are currently at the meeting. The footage is showing former President Goodluck Jonathan as well as former President Muhammadu Buhari. You mentioned earlier the former heads of states, Abdulsalami Abubakar and General Yakubu Gowon, are attending virtually. What about former President Obasanjo? He's been quite vocal about developments in the country lately.
Well, everyone expect we're all looking out for former President Olusegun Obasanjo. We thought he will join virtually, and when we looked at the screen and didn't see him as one of those listed on the one of those on the virtual screen highlighted there, we were expecting to see him physically here in the presidential villa, but he didn't show up. We do not know if indeed he has later joined virtually. But one thing is certain, he's not physically present here in the presidential villa. And it is also the first time former President Muhammadu Buhari will be returning to the council chambers of the presidential villa, where he once sat to preside over meetings, Federal Executive Council meeting, and even this kind of meeting, the Council of State meeting, and other important meetings as President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. But now there's another person at the helm of affairs, President Bola Tinubu, sitting as chair of this Council of State meeting. We also see President Goodluck Jonathan. He has been a frequent visitor to the presidential villa. He is also that special envoy of the federal government to Mali, and he has also been going on special international assignments on behalf of the federal government of Nigeria and returns to brief the president. So he has been frequent here in the presidential villa, but it was quite interesting to see President Muhammadu Buhari return to the council chamber of the presidential villa.
Absolutely. It's the first Council of State meeting on that this administration. Are we expecting some brief
that's
afterwards?